Hey everybody, welcome to today's stream. We will be racing today in Russia for Torpedo League F2. Certainly looking forward to it myself. Produced some good racing in the past, and hopefully we'll have a repeat of that today. Of course, last season, if you were there, we had some really great racing, really great side-by-side action, and quite controversial as well. So maybe we'll get a little bit of mixed emotions. I won't be commentating with my co-commentator tonight, Clint or British Army, because he was not able to make tonight. So he is going to be here. Sorry, he won't be here, but he will be here next week when we race in, I believe, Hanoi. Don't ask why it's on the calendar. Just is, I guess. Lobby should be up soon, hopefully. I have not been sent an invite as of yet. But I will try and ask one if there is a lobby already up. And we're talking about what's it called? We're talking about the Constructors Championship. We'll talk about the Drivers Championship as well. See how it's all shaken up as well, because of course last week saw some great racing in I believe it was Baku, and hopefully we'll see a repeat of it this time. Unfortunately, another driver did get kicked as well, being David, Norwegian boy, so he will not be racing this week because of some incidents that happened during the race that I only knew about after the stream, because I thought he had a pretty clean race. Turns out it was almost the opposite. So yeah, unfortunately he will not be racing, or fortunately for some drivers. I'm not sure who his replacement is. I'm sure we'll be able to see. And yeah, so let me quickly get the standings up. So I'm trying to conversate with people. Okay, invites apparently will be out in about 10 minutes, so makes sense actually, because when quali starts. So I am actually a little bit early today. I feel stupid for now. So going across to the championship standings at the moment, as of post. Oh god, no, this is round 2. Hang on. Sorry, I know I have seen the actual championship standings. It's just somewhere which I can't find at the moment. Because I know there hasn't been an official post yet, but I think I have seen a couple photos of screenshots of what the championship standings actually are. Well, I thought I did. Where are they? Sorry, I've been quiet. I'm just trying to find. There they are. Okay, so at the moment, these are the standings after Baku. So Sharu is currently top of the constructors with 115 points. 20 points behind them is Prema in second place. Third place, you and I with 80 points, so 15 behind Prema. High Tech following behind with 49 points. Then MP, Motorsport, Campos, Trident, ART, HWA, and running up at the bottom is Dams with only 1 point. Looking towards the Drivers' Championship, so far Tim still the top driver in the championship, still by quite some margin actually. He's got 93 points, and second place to him is Adrian, or Bunnies, with only 64 points. So he'll be looking to close the gap today, and he's going to be hoping for hoping that Tim gets caught up in some instance, so he can, try and get to him in the championship. Followed by Dolga, also in a Prema, so really good stuff for the Premas at the moment. Behind them, Ivan, Ben, Bednara, which is Ben and Joe. They do it in real names in the championship standings, which always throws me off. I'm not sure about PSN, but I can tell you for a fact, though, that there are only 3 drivers on the grid who have not scored points yet. Yeah. So there's not much to talk about. You know what? While we're waiting for invites to come out, I will quickly. I used to do this for F1, and I feel like I might as well carry it over into this. We used to do onboard laps to sort of show the track, show people what it's like, what the drivers are getting themselves into, and I feel like we may as well do this now. It's just a bit of filler for later if I can get my if I can actually get my wheel working. I'm stupid. I put the wrong plug in. Aha, there you go. Right. Might as well do an on-board lap because well, we need a bit of filler, don't we? We've got 20 minutes. Talk about the track because it's a track which I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm not gonna lie. I've struggled in the past due to track limits. That's my personal main issue with the track. I know quite a few people do like it. Like there's quite a positive reaction to a lot of the drivers that I did talk to about this track and see what their opinions were. There are some drivers that are actually looking forward to it. I think the maniacs, to be honest. I mean, I don't personally get along with the track simply because of the track limits. I think there's quite a lot of it kind of invites you because there's so much runoff, there's so much other stuff. You kind of just want to go that little bit extra wider or that maybe turn a little bit earlier, just to kind of maximise every corner. But it's very easy to invalidate around this track. I'm assuming we should be seeing quite a lot of invalidations and quite a lot of penalties. But I'm ready to get proved wrong. These guys might actually do really well and they might not get as many penalties as I'm sort of alluding to. But we'll find out. If you guys can hear me, actually, I might quickly just create a party so that you can actually hear me. Because I think I've done one of these streams before when when I wasn't in the party, and the audio went really weird. Right then. Okay, we are in the cars, or in the F2 car, I should say. As you see, those are the people that I have on my friends list that are set a lap, and as you can see, because today is the 18th, I believe. Yes, it is. Those are the most recent laps of certain drivers. So Andy Forrest with a 143.4 goes fired up, 144.2. Benjo with a 144.1. Tim Bed, though, his lap being all the way back in March, still being a 143.7. It's still pretty good, holding up really well. Actual with a 145.3, however, that is invalidated. But actually, no, tell it like that's the world standing according to mine, which is weird because there's only 8 people on there. Will Nick Ghost Fired Up's setup just to see what it's like? That's not setup. Load setup. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Let's see what this track is like. I'll probably do a quick lap, quotation marks, and then I'll do a lap just talking about some of it slower, maybe just talking about the lap of where people may struggle. I think the no traction guys may struggle around this track as well, because there's quite a lot of traction zones, so it's very easy to spin, very easy to make mistakes. Let's come through turn 1. I will do this lap. I'll shut up. So you can see the lap, and then I'll talk about the next one. Well, as you can tell, that was an awful lap. I invalidated that one. So yeah, I'll apologise for how bad that lap was. Right, so as we go through turn 1, you can't really call turn 1, can you? Because it's not much of a corner really. It's just part of the straight, just kind of connecting the two. It's coming towards what would be turn 2 and turn 3. Very easy to invalidate. You can go surprisingly wide actually there. On my lap, I did think I would invalidate, but you can't. Through here, turn 4, you have probably a few different lines you can take, maybe. I imagine overtaking would be quite difficult around this corner. You may have to lift if you want to actually make it stick if you're on the outside, but inside line seems to be the best bet. As you come out towards here, may see some contact with this corner. There has been in real life F1 and F2, and I'm sure there will be today. Try and avoid the wall as well, especially if you go too wide or something. Don't want to get yourself into any unnecessary crashes. You come down towards this next right here. Again, very easy to invalidate on exit if you sort of just push it a little bit too much. As you head down towards this next right corner, which then feeds into the next left. This is quite a nice little corner here. It sort of goes into one left, drifts around to kind of drift out wide. You can take a couple of different lines out of the corner, but you have to make sure that you get back onto the racing line for this corner here. Got to make sure you get a good exit as well here. Again, try not to invalidate. You want a good exit so then you can fire yourself down this straight. If you've got DRS, great. If you don't, try and get slipstream. If you don't have slipstream, good luck. Let's go down to, I believe this is turn 13, because it's very infamous for people missing their brakes, as I actually demonstrated earlier, so don't do what I did, people. As you come through this section here, I hate this section here just because of this little corner here. You hit this curb, if you go too quickly, hit the curb, it will just spit you off. There's almost no way to catch it. You come down towards the final 2 90-degree corners. Could see some laps getting invalidated here, like I did there, but most Commonly, though, it's the final corner. People go to the inside there or too wide there. It's surprisingly easy to do. So, yeah, again, go for another lap. I'm probably just going to keep doing laps until we get an invite. So, unfortunately, you're stuck with me doing this because we don't have anyone else to commentate with. But unfortunately, the leaderboards that we saw earlier probably don't represent a lot. Well, they don't represent a lot of the field because, of course, in the field we have almost 20 drivers. However, on the leaderboard we only saw about 7 or 8. So we still don't know what the real times are. I know there are certain drivers that feel like they can get pole today. Of course, the main shouts are definitely going to be with Tim Bed, even Ghost Fired Up. He's been putting into good practice, trying to put enough time and effort into the track to hopefully make it pay off during the race. He said he didn't want to bottle it like last week because he himself said he was very close to getting pole position. And from the sounds of it, the second times that he was putting in, how high up he was in terms of his delta, it sounded like he could have been on pole. So another week, another street track. Hopefully he can maybe put it on pole and maybe even get himself some really good points finishes. I know he'll be wanting to do that, maybe a podium, so win would be ideal, but he's been very unlucky over the past few races. He got himself into good positions and ended up just sort of ballsing it up a little bit. They never really came full circle, so he's going to be looking for that today. I'm going for another lap, try not to be found later. If that idiot goes, what's he doing? Actually, the setup's feeling very nice, so whatever Ghost has done with it, it's positive. It feels quite quick, it's very nice and turning. There's a long winding left here. Gets spat back out as we feed over towards the left, over towards the right, I should say. Again, don't drift wide, very tempting to do. Yeah, it's a little bit wider that time. Just set us up nicely for this corner, gives us plenty of time to come back around. Good exit there. Using those orange covers to our advantage. Get DRS down here, it'll be quite important, especially if you've got the slipstream. If you were to sit nicely behind somebody and just keep it going. That's towards turn 13, very difficult corner. Rear end getting a little bit iffy there. Uses a curve, so that's going to put us wide. Still fast though, not by doing that. Try to actually set a valid lap this time, or a good valid lap. Could have been definitely better, but 144.7, not the best lap. Again, this is just a filler until the actual stream starts. Sorry, until the actual race starts and the lobby goes up. As you see, that puts us quite comfortably ahead of Dolga somehow, but again, that's quite an old time. As you see, more and more actual laps coming in there, and more and more names coming in there. I'll exit back to main menu. At least that gives you a good little overview of Sochi in an F2 car, if you didn't know it already. We've got 2 viewers, thank you. I'm no longer alone. I'm no longer lapping Sochi only. But lobby should be up soon, hopefully, because I've been sat here absolutely basking away, melting away. Yeah, so I guess we should. Well, I guess I could probably mention this. There is now less than a month to go until the new F1 game comes out, which quite big, especially for Torpedo League as well, because we are doing something we've never done before. I don't think we are stopping sort of halfway through a season and carrying on a different game. because the first two seasons of Torpedo League we did on F1 2019, because Torpedo League started in March and finished, season 2 finished in, I want to say, July, because of course, F1, first of all, F1 2020, coming out in July, and also as well the seasons were shorter because we did 2 races a week, I think, for season 1 and season 2. We raced on a Wednesday and we raced on a Saturday, so it meant that the actual seasons were quite short. Of course, now we only do 1 race a week on a Saturday, which of course means the seasons are longer, which is why we again only did 2 seasons, even though it was a longer amount of time. We only did 2 seasons in the space of about a year, and of course we're doing 2.5 seasons, 2 1/3 seasons, whichever way you want to kind of put it, because we are doing, of course, 5 races for F1 on F1 2021 for season 5, and then we are doing 6 races for F2 on F1 2020. Before, of course, the next game comes out. So the plan is, we do, if I get the calendar up, we do this race, then I think it's Hanoi, then it is, I believe it's Spa, I want to say, and I think there's either one more track or that's it. Actually no, this is round 4 for F2. Then we have Spa, and then I know we have Hanoi, or we have Hanoi then Spa. So I know we've only got 2 more races, I think, after tonight, for F2, and then again same for F1, before the next game comes out, and before we do our sort of summer break. You know how they do in F1 between, like, is it Hungary and Spa? They tend to have like a big break between the two. I say big, it's usually about 2-3 weeks, but we're going to, of course, have it in about 4 weeks, just so that people can get used to the new game. It definitely sounds like, from all the gameplay that we've heard so far, that the handling model is going to be different. Even the way that you drive is different, like league racing wise, is going to be different, especially for the F1 guys. Not sure about F2. I don't know if the cars are going to handle differently at all, or if they're going to handle the same. We're not exactly sure at the moment, because I haven't actually seen the F2 gameplay. I know I think it's in the preview build that the YouTubers and content creators have been given. I know I have seen them using F1 2021 cars and F2 2020 cars, but it's still a little bit shady at the moment. Like, we're not sure exactly what the features are going to be in terms of the F2 cars, but definitely it's been well, covered for F1 that the ERS is going to be much more important. Fuel is going to become less sort of changeable. Instead of you having rich, standard, and lean at your disposal, it would literally just be standard, because of course there are no engine modes, which is following on with real life F1, which is it's good. You got to keep up to date, I guess, with current day F1 and current day sort of standings. Rules and regulations. It's going to change a lot, and of course I want to see about F2 damage as well, because of course F2 cars do have some of the same or a lot of the same components as an F1 car, very similar shape, but of course less aero, as you can tell from driving the things. But you still may get side pod damage, you still may get rear wing damage, diffusers, it goes on. And speaking of going on, it's been going a while before we've had any invites. And sounds like the lobby is actually up, so should be getting an invite any second now, and we can join the lobby and then join the madness of Russia. So, hopefully, as well, this weekend we should be seeing some cleaner racing, because it's been a consistent theme, unfortunately, with F2. We've been having, so far, out of the 4 races we've had, 3 people have been kicked, and coincidentally they've actually all been Campos. But, yeah, it does mean that we are now going to be, driving with a new. Oh come on, where's the invite? With a new lineup again. As I said, when you see the Campos lineup, we'll be able to find out who's driving for Norwegian Boy after he was kicked from the league. I'm not sure who it is actually. I'm not sure if Durant is taking over that seat or Durant's going now full time at Trident. But we'll find out. Thank you for 4 viewers. Yeah, we should be hopefully starting up soon. I'm currently not in the lobby for some reason. I haven't got any invites. Hello David, how you doing mate? Again, we should be getting an invite soon hopefully, because I have asked for one and I haven't actually get one yet. Okay, we've got a friend request, that's it's almost there. Ah, there you go, thank you. Okay, thank you Adrian, and got an invite now from Adrian himself. That's Bunny if you don't know. Well, hopefully we should have a fairly full grid by the time, because we usually start qualifying about 1/2 past. It is bob on 1/2 right now. Hopefully we've got enough drivers. Oh, for God's sake. Can someone send another invite, because the game's stupid. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I had a stupid thing in this game where I tried to join a lobby and it says like failed to join a session or something. Like for some, it doesn't give you a reason why, it just does. But we've got a fairly decent grid. We've got 40 drivers at the moment, as you can see. Those are the drivers that are currently in. Just want to check the Campos boys. We got Asari in the Campos, and I believe that should be Callum in the other car, I believe. Tempov, Benjo, Shrey, Goshap, Actual, Sorry, Tim, the baby, Phineas, Andy Forrest, Rossi, Volga, Adrian, Ghostfired Up. Oh, Samuel. Okay, thank you. So, so that was Sorry. There in the Campos saying call me Samuel. So Sam. And oh, she looks like we're actually ready to go all of a sudden. It is 7:30. It is crunch time, and only 4 drivers that have not readied up yet. But it's probably because they haven't seen any messages or whatever. But yeah, they're all readying up now, and we should be getting straight into qualifying, which is good. Dare to see me doing some dreadful laps around Russia. You can actually see the proper guys do it. See if they can beat my blistering time of 1:44.7, I think it was. No doubt they will. I think even last place will probably be way quicker than that, so I reckon if the baby gets a good result, I should shout like "Let's go" or something. But see people starting to load in now. And see if we got any rain, because that could be definitely a factor which will shake things up a little bit, especially in terms of strategy for the race as well. Oh, looking very nice actually. Looking very nice weather. and of course people fit in the wet tyres as well because they're just wasting some time, I guess. Leader, there you go. And the baby going on to the mediums. To see a couple of drivers actually enter. Oh, that's dusty. A couple of drivers going already onto the supers, which I don't particularly understand. Surely going out for a super soft run this early is not the smartest thing to do. Especially when you think about track evolution, you just think about, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think that's the smartest idea, because then you've literally just got none of the session left to do really anything else. And there's plenty of drivers on the wet tyres, just gonna have some fun, just waste some time. You can't blame them, can you? Better than being sat in your garage, just on your phone. But at least that probably confirms that there will be no wet races, because if they're using the wet tyres now, then that definitely means that there's no chance of there being any wet races, unless there is. So if people possibly in the comments or people watching right now, if there is any rain in any races, could you please let me know, just so we can not be taken by surprise, maybe. But we'll probably just be watching Shrey here, actually, because Shrey's the only driver that's actually on some proper tyres. While everyone else is either on the wets or in the pits. And we can see what he can do, because I don't think... It feels like I haven't seen Shrey in a while, which is a pretty stupid thing to say, because I may have commentated on the last week, but it's a name I don't think I've said in a while, so... So, how about I talk through this lap without trying to mess up my head. So, Shrey coming across the line now to start his first flying lap. Hopefully he doesn't validate, because it means he'll probably have them shut off. But he's not using DRS, which is strange. You see the orange light still flashing. It would go green if you'd actually activated it. It's braking early for turn 1. Really early for turn 1. It might have braking assist or something. So that's strange. Really early braking. This corner, you can hear him lifting as well. Trying to manage the throttle. Oh, Benjo with a 5-point Gibraltar collision with Samuel. Already there's good penalties being put out. Come on, boys. It's half an hour session. See Shrey though, currently purple, because he's the only guy on these. Got on an actual proper lap. He hesitated going to that corner there. He had to straighten up the car just so that he wouldn't invalidate. Good set of corners through there. Sets himself up nicely for the final corner. So final corner before the DRS, and he's gone wide, but it's not enough for the invalidation. Maximising every gear, maybe a little bit too much. He's kind of going to overspeed with a lot of these gear shifts. It's very. I don't want to be disrespectful, but this isn't the quickest of laps, is it? This definitely won't be a pole-setting time. In fact, I think the wet guys might actually be on for one here. See, this lap is going to be a usual qualifying lap. You'd be looking anywhere between a 43 and a 44. However, we are not seeing that right now. He still hasn't validated it. That might be because he's going so slowly. And across the line goes 151.2 on the supers. He's nursing these things around massively. Now he's initiated the DRS. Maybe this is an actual proper lap. A lot of the wet runners actually want to finish their lap, or they actually finish in front of them. Ah, he's validated it straight away. Oh, Shrey's lap actually got there. So, people in chat, what is your predictions? And there's only 2 of you. That's dead. What predictions then? What do you think? Are we going to see maybe a usual suspect on pole? You know, one of the few. Oh, Callum joined. That's good to see. Good to see the other Campos driver be teammates with. Oh, Ivan joining as well. So we've got a couple more drivers joining. That's 16 now. Hopefully they actually go after some proper laps. Otherwise, I'm going to have to keep watching Shrey. As Bunny's crawling around the final sector there on those wet tyres, trying to go for some Sochi drift. Clearly. Oh, he overshoots the pits a little bit. Jesus Christ. God, trying to get a penalty on that one, aren't you? And everyone on invalid laps except the baby. Should see what Shrey's going to do. Shrey's currently still faster, but he is well, he's validated his lap, and he's also probably messed up his session quite a bit, considering he's gone up for the super soft straight away, and it wasn't a very good lap, was it? He kind of really turned it on for that second lap, but might as well have not turned it back on because it didn't go very well. Dog runners out lap. Oh god, come on boys. Why don't you just wait, you know? Come on. Right. I was about to say hopefully that's everyone coming in, but I've just seen that there are 2 people on an out lap. For God's sake. The baby though going to come straight back into the pits. No surprise there. Oh, Benjo. Benjo actually on some supers. Finally we actually have one. Right then, let's see what Benjo can do. And Benjo, I think he's been quite unlucky this season actually. He's definitely got pace. He saw it in France, he has a really good pace. He actually got on the podium with his brother. And from talking to Tim, you can hear how excited he was about it. Unfortunately though, I think he got taken out. I want to say by Max Mulder, I think it was. Maybe wrong, or it was Joe Fee, it was someone I think who sort of just decided to dive bomb someone for no reason. And ended up wiping them. I think he ended up wiping him out, that is Benjo. And out of a very promising position he ended up basically just getting screwed over by a dirty driver. So hopefully that doesn't happen this week, and hopefully he's able to carry on the form that he has had in the past, and he's able to make it work and make something good out of it. Benjo though, about to come around with the final 2 corners. Hopefully this will be a quick lap that I can actually commentate on, because Shrey's was less so. Here we go across the line. Starting his first lap of the session. DRS wide open now. He's come through, I guess you have to call it turn 1, otherwise it messes up the sequence of every other corner name. Comes down towards turn 2 and 3. So he shifts down to second there to get himself that extra rotation. Speaking of rotation, he's going to rotate the car through this corner here. So he's trying to just counter steering a little bit through here, but it seems pretty planted. Down into turn 5, coming towards turn 6, got a little bit of traffic in front of him. Hopefully Finney's going to get out of the way, yep. He's got a little bit wide there, but it's enough though to not be invalid. Turn 7, turn 8, here we go. Just kissing that orange curb, spits himself back out into turn 9. 10, which feeds into 11. Although, how the F1 game, I don't know, registers this one. I'm not sure where turn 12 is exactly. I don't know if it's this one or if it's this next one. But what I do know though is turn 13 is this one here. Heavy braking. Can he make the corner? He does. He goes. Actually, no, that's a good line there. Flicks the car back over. Down towards this final chicane here. Car looks very nice actually. Doing a really good job here for Benjo. Benjo definitely will put himself a provisional pole here as he comes through the final 2 90-degree rights. It's looking a lot quicker, possibly a 44 or 45 lap here. It is, it's 44.5. Great lap there, and blows Shrey's lap right out of the water. Behind him, though, is Actual on a lap, and I think a lot more people are starting to come up for their laps now. There it is, yep, Samuel on his lap. Andy Forrest on his lap, sorry, on his out lap as well. The baby now on a lap as well for his mediums. But we're going to watch Actual here. He comes down towards the braking here at turn 13. Please correct me if that isn't turn 13, because I don't want to sound stupid for the rest of the night. As he comes down towards, as I said, the final chicane, a bit slower this lap actually. Other than that, he was taking it quite easy into entry, so just maybe it's a bit misleading with the audio, but final few rights. Actually, it's looking like a pretty decent lap here. Definitely will be second place, but it depends by how much. Oh, it's only 7/10, not too bad. Sounds like he could brush it up a little bit, maybe on entry. Sounds like he's going a little bit too easy, but maybe he's getting better exits. Who doesn't know? And Parrell has unfortunately left the session, so he should be getting an invite soon to put him back in the lobby. Andy Forrest, next closest to the finish line, and he's on the mediums, which is interesting, unless he's going to get a medium run in first and then maybe go for the softs after, but he's very quick. Sorry, super softs after. But he is very quick, so we could be seeing definitely getting a good lap time in here. Maybe even second place. Definitely be a third place, as long as he doesn't bin it. And be interested to see what he's doing here. It depends if he's going for strategy or if he's going for, you know, just a bit of a banker lap, and then you'll see what he can do on those supers. It's looking like a good lap though. It could be a 46 here. It is, it's a 46 flat. It's still 1.4 seconds off, but for the mediums though, it's pretty good considering there's two tyre compounds between. So there's two, what's the word? Yeah, there's two compounds I guess between the two, because of course they don't run the softs here, they use the super softs and the mediums. Behind it though, Sam. Final two corners looking pretty good actually the first lap. Might be a P3 here. No, second place? Wow. 4/10 off pole. That is a very respectable lap. Really good stuff there. Actual invalidating his Benjo coming into the pits. Yeah, I'm sure Actual will be coming into the pits as well. Shrey, 8/10 up on his lap at the moment. It's actually looking like a pretty quick lap. 1.5 seconds up on this one as well. So hopefully for this final sector we should see him do quite well. The one being 1.5 seconds up, see how much more time he can gain. I'd be surprised if he goes ahead of Andy Forrest. He's correcting himself a lot through corners. He's also on low fuel as well, so he might be coming into the pits this lap. No, he's going to keep it going though. He has got a bit of traffic in front of him. I think it's Dolga. He goes wide. It's not a validation. This might be here. No, it's not. And he goes 5th, but only 1.7 seconds faster. The baby now looking a lot quicker through that final sector to see what he can do. Here goes P4 on the mediums, going away 3/10 quicker than Andy Forrest. Really good stuff there. And lots of drivers still in the pits, still not moving, still not budging, but they do have the supers fitted. So see what they can do with those. Shrey showing he's a lot quicker. I think that was for the first sector. No, that's the first sector there, but he's gone way over. Luckily, Parrell Tempoff joining back again, so he will be able to set a lap, yet again qualify, go through that sort of dead period, and hopefully we should start to see a bit more activity as we see a few cars. I think, are they coming in or are they going out? They are going in. Okay. Ugh. But that is, I believe, a Campos. Looks like Callum coming out, and also another car as well on those supers. That is a Shrews. It's sure I get it wrong. It's not sure. Oh no, Ghost Fired Up has left the session. He's lagged out, unfortunately, so hopefully he'll get an invite. He sounded like he was confident on trying to get pole. It's Callum who was coming out. He was the other driver that was out on track as well. That was Timbed, who was on the set of wets. That's fun. Oh, Shrey missing a wing. I think I saw him slowed actually at just the corner before then. The baby coming into the pits. Actual doing a Lewis Hamilton there. Try and do some practice starts. Careful you don't get yourself a penalty for that one. And Callum seems to be the only one that's actually on the proper lap now. Come on, boys. 14 minutes left though. And it's a spinner. It's actual. He was on the wets, can't handle the wet tyres clearly. And while he is having fun, we're going to quickly watch Callum. Hopefully no one on the wets gets in his way for his lap. Nope's a big fan of Callum. And, see how he does this week. He goes wide, turn 13, what is he to do? I imagine we'll be seeing some of the other drivers doing it, especially when you're racing someone else, when you're kind of, you know, some drivers maybe judging their braking off of someone they're battling with, and they might end up going wide like that, or just missing their braking altogether. But we are going to watch his lap again, because he's literally the only person that's actually on a proper lap, or is about to start a proper lap. Again, because you've got nothing else to talk about, because everyone's either on the wets or on the pits. But coming down towards turn 2 and turn 3, can he keep it valid? Yes, he can. Good exit there actually, looked pretty squared up. He must have had a good entry for turn 2. As he comes around turn 4, a long and winding turn 4, gets a good exit there. Back over to turn 5. Comes towards turn 6, you see the UNI warming up in front of him, of Guyshat. It's a good first sector as well. Luckily Guyshat getting out of the way, good driving there. Hopefully this is where we start seeing more people on the supers actually putting in some good, putting in some outlaps. As you come now towards turn, I believe this is 11 here. Out hits the DRS, down towards probably one of the heaviest braking corners other than turn 2. They're rattling down those gears. Can he make the corner? He can't. Will he keep it valid? He will, but it's probably because he's lost quite a bit of time from that incident there. And luckily there's only a few people that actually have the wets fitted, so that means that a lot of people are actually taking the qualifying seriously now. As he comes around for the final 2 corners, can he keep it valid? It's very easy to lose it at the end of this lap here. Takes a bit meaty amount of the inside curb there. And he keeps the car planted, and he goes 6th place, 5 tenths off of Andy Forrest, who now has those supers fitted. Looking further back, Dolga, a lot quicker. Who's up as well? That's Timbed, but that's a nothing lap, that's a throwaway lap. Dolga though, closest to the finish line at the moment of all the super soft runners. See what he can do. Yeah, massively heavy braking corner here. Checked up a little bit as he came into the corner. You can see him making a little correction on the steering wheel, but looking good so far. Looking really smooth actually at the moment. Towards the penultimate corner, see the line, very nice line actually. This could be a really good lap actually. This might be a provisional pole lap if he can keep this thing going. Oh, it's only 3 tenths off. So Bencho still with that provisional pole. This lap looked very smooth, but not enough. Yeah, so I think that might have been Goshap who was something down there. I don't know if he was trying to avoid a stricken car of actual, who's still out on the wets for some reason. Why? Anyway, Callum way off here. He might be pitting this lap. He might try and go around for another one. He is on low fuel though. He has got that low fuel light, which does allude to the fact that he. Oh, hang on. Sorry, coming out now. That's a HWA, and that also looks like there was a dams possibly. That may have been Shrey that's coming out of the pits, but Callum going into the pits now. Dover actually up on this lap as well. Might trying to. He's still not giving up on that pole position. I thought he would have possibly, gone for a slow down lap this time around and then gone for it next time, but I guess fuel says no. Ivan now coming out of the pits, just about gets out of the way of the dams, but that might be an invalid lap. As someone crosses the line, that's Guy Schaap, but he did get slowed down quite a bit on his lap. And Ivan, it shows that he's starting his lap, but that's not true. He's just come out of the pits. He hasn't got the outlap thing yet, so I'm not sure why that is exactly, but Guy Schaap though, starting his next lap. He's only 500ths off. He could still improve. 500ths isn't a lot, really. The dog ends up being 17 thousandths off. That may be his session over, but I'm sure he'd be happy with a provisional P2 for the moment. But of course he would have wanted to do better. As you see, a lot of people on laps currently. So should start seeing an influx of drivers. You've still got those 5 drivers at the bottom who have not set a lap yet. One of the big ones being Ivan Rossi, who's on that lap, and then you've got these 3 here. Actually, so one of them might be leaving the pits now, but you've still got these 3 drivers here who have not set a lap yet, which I'm sure they're going to want to quickly, do within the next couple of minutes. As you see a car coming into the pits, and that looks to be a Dams, which looks to be Shrey. The baby starting his lap as Guy Schaap goes top, a 141.1, so 144.1. Good lap there. Beating Benjo's time by quite a comfortable margin actually, 3 tenths. That's really good from Guy Schaap. Could that be the pole time? I'd be surprised. He's still got a bunch of heavy hitters who are still not put in a really, pole challenging lap yet. Rossi starting his lap. He's usually pretty good as well when it comes to qualifying. You've got Adrian, who still has not come out yet. Same with Ghost, same with Parrell, but I don't think Parrell will be challenged for pole position. So the main ones you've got to look out for right now, the main ones I should say Guy Schaap should be looking out for right now, is Timbed, Bunnies and Ghost. They will be the ones to challenge for pole, definitely. There's the baby now coming round the penultimate corner. See what he can do. Can he go quicker? He should be able to, and he does. He goes top on 143.9. And maybe the baby was the underdog there. I was naming a bunch of other people, but he just came in and just slapped my prediction out of the way and just said, "Oi, look at me." Ghost fired up, currently on his outlap. No sign of Adrian coming out yet, unless he's leaving it right to the last minute. The baby taken. maybe I don't know a lot, but he definitely took me by surprise. I was not expecting that lap, and he's done a really good job there. 2 tenths ahead of Guy Schaap. He was the original provisional pole holder. Andy Forrest going P7. Rossi there going 6th place, Sam coming 5th, sorry if I'm a little bit out of date, I'm kind of flicking through drivers. Andy Forrest though, 6 tenths up already in Sector 1, see what you can do everywhere else then. There's no doubt he'll improve, it's just how much by, because that lap, to being 2 seconds off, there's a lot of places to improve there, lots of time to be made. and he's going to be definitely looking for a possible pole here. Actually, he's another driver. I should probably stop just narrowing it down to a few drivers, because there's plenty of drivers that are in a shout. Sorry, within a shout of getting pole position. He's 1.3 seconds quicker. He's only 7/10 off at this point. He'll have a provisional P4. Again, so much time to be made. He's really risking it though, with the amount of track that he's using through the chicane. Heading down towards the penultimate corner now. Plenty of time to be made up. As I said during that lap, he was 2 seconds off. How far off will he be as he comes across the line? Or how much will he be ahead as he comes... Oh, he's a 10th off. It's a 1:44.065. He's a 10th off. And he'll be kicking himself for that. It's a great lap, 1.9 seconds quicker than his previous lap. But he will be surely disappointed with that, as Adrian Bunny's currently now out on his across the line there. That was no, who was that? Was that Benjo? Someone came across the line and shifted up the standings a bit. I'm not sure who it was though. Anyway, we look at Parallel Tempo. No, we don't, because he's invalidated. We look at Goes Fired Up though. I know he's putting in quite a bit of practice. 1 to 14.4. I need to keep track of second times. Well, 62 times just to sort of see. I know he's practicing a decent amount for this track. Let's see if it pays off. Coming through the final corner now. See what the pace is like. It's only in 8th place. It's a second off as a crasher. That's actual, I think. There's not. It's Parallel, isn't it? Yeah, it's Parallel. Parallel Tempo spinning there. We're gonna watch we're not gonna watch Adrian actually, because I've just seen that Tim Bed coming on the final corner now. It's 3rd place. Yet again being a 10th off to Banger with an amazing lap there actually. Tell you what, the two Charoux teammates will be definitely ones to watch tonight. Benjo though, 2/10 quicker through sector 2. Looking good so far. He could actually have a good lap on there. Cross back over to Benjo now as he comes towards the penultimate corner. See what he can do to improve. As you saw, he was 2/10 up. He's currently almost 6/10 down on pole. Can he try and reclaim that provisional pole? No, he goes a 10th quicker. Behind him is Shrey. Shrey again on a bit of a slow lap. And that will be way off, unfortunately. He's also invalidated it as well. Behind him though is, I think that's Bunnies. Quickly switch towards him. He only goes 7th. Behind him though was, I think that might have been Andy Forrest. So I'm trying to catch up there, one. Is that Ghost? It is. Ghost fired up there. Oh, Ghost only going to the pits, and he quickly switches towards pits. I don't know if he lost traction there and accidentally went there, but an actual retiring from the session. Parallel still not set a valid lap yet. Ivan still not set a valid lap yet. That might be his session over. Ooh, Timbed 22 thousandths off. Benjo 35 thousandths off currently, and he's gone even slower through that sector. Bunnies though improving 200ths of a second quicker through sector 1. See what we can do through sector 2, but he's invalidated. Why did I not pick that up? Callum time from the session, P13 for him at the moment, and the baby's going quicker. I feel like I will be saying let's go at some point, especially with the current pace he's got. It's great stuff to see. I think I do have a timing glitch as well, so there may be only about 40 seconds maybe left of qualifying instead of the 7 seconds you see here. And a lot of people retiring. Shrey, I think he was slow there. Look, he might have been on the racing line, and he got in the way of someone there. Oh, I don't think that was Bunnies, but Bunnies wasn't on a lap though, so it's not too much of an issue, I guess, but even still, you shouldn't be getting in the way of people's laps. And Benjo now. A lot of people retiring. Benjo going a little bit wide. He's having to squeeze there. And he's 2 tenths off through that sector there. Dolga coming into the pits. Baby's slow on the line. And almost everyone retiring now. I think they're all pretty much done. Rossi rejoining them. Now is Benjo to finish his lap, and then I don't know if there's much to salvage unless he's able to make up a huge amount of time in the final sector. But I kind of doubt that at the moment. He's stuck with it though, but he hasn't validated his lap anyway, so it's 44.7 in the end. But that's P5 for Benjo. But more importantly though, a very collective let's go for the baby. So that was really cringe, wasn't it? But Benjo actually does get, oh no, he does get a 5-place grid penalty. But the baby though, great start for Charouz, piling on the points as well, getting those 4 points, and he will be definitely scoring more points than that during the races following this qualifying session. He's either failed a little bit spread out. 5.5 seconds separating first and last in terms of people that actually set a lap of actually parallel temp off, and Ivan never setting an actual valid lap. Goes right up only 10th. Tim Bennett in the end salvaging a P3, but of course everyone behind him up to, I think that's 10th position, I think will get a position up. And I'd like to know what actually happened to cause that contact between the two drivers, because I think it said it was Samuel and it was Benjo who ended up making contact, which caused the penalty. So interested to see what actually happened there. I want to say it was around the pit entry area of that sort of stage of the lap, like that sort of final sector. But we'll find out what actually happened between those two, hopefully. But I still haven't seen anything in chat more because I actually haven't checked. But maybe if Samuel could maybe put in chat, just say what actually happened. Actually, there might not be enough time now because session is starting. As you see the drivers now starting their warm-up lap, and there's already been one driver disqualified, for God's sake. Check the tyres quickly, telemetry on, that is it, yeah. Alright, so, oh, crash from the back, that's bunnies I think. God. Anyway, moving on, the baby in P1, P2, Andy Forrest, P3 Timbed, P4 Guyshan, P5 Rossi, P6 Bunnies or Adrian, P7 Samuel, P8 Dolga, P9 goes fired up, P10 Benjo, P11 Actual, P12 Phineas, P13 Callum, P14 Shrey, P15 Ivan, and running at the bottom of the standings is Parallel Tempoff in P16. So, the baby though, with that pace that he's got, he could go on to win this, especially if he's got clear track in front of him. However though, that turn 2 is going to be lethal for dive bombs and for stupid mistakes. Can you drive? These guys are human, they will make mistakes, and I have a feeling that we could see some down towards turn 1. Andy Forrest as well could be on for a possible win. Even Timbed, the baby definitely will not have this easily. He's got plenty of really good competition behind him. Yeah, my only worry is actually off the start because actual will not have any tyre temperature. So anyone that's starting behind him or directly behind him is going to have to watch out because he will have zero grip at the start. Tyre situation, everyone on the super softs except Dolga, Callum and Parrell, who are all on the mediums. I'm not sure really if that's the best strategy. I'm not sure because I feel like if you go to the supers, you could probably pit fairly early to go onto the mediums, especially if there's like a first lap or a second lap safety car, or sorry, I should just say a very early safety car. There's definitely a good opportunity. To come up with some good strategies. So let's come to the start of the grid though. So start of the race. As you watch the the season 4 champion, Timbed, as he lines up behind the baby and who's his teammate and Andy Forrest. All of these guys could be possibly challenging for a win. The lights all the way on. Actually, we could possibly see. Yeah, we do. Okay, lights out and away we go. It's Ghost Fighter Pro, unfortunately with a drive-through penalty for a jump start that if he was hit. It's a great start though from Andy Forrest. The baby, really bad start there. Sorry, I didn't see what happened because I was watching further back. Will there be any crashes further back though? Is almost 4 or 5 wide as you come down towards turn 2. There's contact at the back. Is there a spinner? There is a spinner. It's Callum. Callum going around. Sorry, going to the inside of Sam going to the inside of Rossi. Let's look further back though. Looks fairly clean at the moment to see Shrey going wide there. That was someone going way wide. Oh, that might have been Benjo. But towards the front though, Andy Forrest. Really great start for him. Or if it's a crash at the back, it's Benjo. Benjo straggling off. Don't know if he's got damage. But not a good start for Callum and Benjo. But a great start though for Andy Forrest. Already up into the lead. And he's going to try and keep these Charoux drivers behind him. Because no doubt they are going to be working together to try and get past and try and even hurt him for a pit stop. It's almost like Red Bull versus Mercedes at Baku. They're the two drivers for the one team trying to work together to possibly hinder Andy Forrest's race. Andy's teammate is actually not here. So like Phineas, I think is his teammate, yeah. There's yellow flags though. Who's that dropping back? It's Shrey. And there's another spinner as well, it's Parrell. And I think he just reset the track because we saw him facing towards the wall. There's no way he managed to spin around that quickly. So if anyone's watching, clip that. And try and send that in. Because he did reset the track there. Ghost, no, he spun. Oh no, and actual getting a penalty. 5-second time penalty Ghost as well for speeding the pit lane. He's gone from bad to worse. There's maybe him actually serving his drive-through as well. Oh. But, as I was talking though, Andy Forrest dropped back to 9th place. What happened there? Oh, this race is everywhere, man. This is where I need that second commentator. I need sort of like a second pair of eyes to just tell me what's going on. Oh, no, we've got this stupid glitch now, God's sake. Oh, come on. So it's great action there though between, I think that's Adrian and... Oh, God's sake, I can't tell because the leaderboard's gone insane. Phineas, no it's not Phineas, who is it? It's Andy Forrest, isn't it? Oh, sorry boys, sorry guys, I can't commentate this stupid graphic thing. But it's Guy Shout battling with Adrian there. Look at Samuel pulling the pressure here. Want to be because there are blue flags showing, even though there's no lap cars in the front. The other flags again. This time maybe a little bit more serious. It's Callum. No, it's not more serious, it's just Callum going off track. Baby really falling back. Might have just been one lap pace for some qualifying. Certainly looks like at the moment, can he prove me wrong? I'm sure he'll be wanting to, especially for his own results. He's P3 there at the moment though, which is still pretty respectable. A podium on your debut is definitely good. Callum leaving the session. Either he's lagged out or he's on track. Samuel sending up the inside there through turn 2. He's going to get a nice little setup through turn 3. It's an aggressive move, doesn't look like there's any damage. But yeah, not the kindest of moves, shall I say, but he's got it done. There's no damage as well, so I suppose he had to get their move done before they came down towards any other of the corners in the future, because it's quite difficult to overtake ground here for a lot of corners, and that's probably one of the best opportunities on the whole track. So doing a good job though. Is Sam definitely not trying to get held up. He's going to try and bridge the gap between himself and the front 2 leaders. Good battle here though between the F2 Constructors Champion. Oh, for Bunnies, and look at that, Bunnies round the outside there, I think that was. Oh no, he's gone wide though. That explains why he was able to go on the outside. But he's lost more positions than he's actually gained. And he's got a car to his inside, but luckily he forms out wide. He goes towards the inside. Is there any contact? No, there's not. So a car going off towards the back there. That was Ivan taking a bit of a dodgy line. Look at this side-by-side racing. Oh god. There's lots of contact. And Adrian unfortunately kind of getting bullied there. He gets bullied towards the bottom of the pack there, but the baby though, he's actually gone back. Has he gone back? No. No, he's still got just behind Sam. He's going to move to the outside though of Sam. Can he get the move done? Ooh, no. No, he can't. It was actually good though. I don't know if Sam will let off the brakes there or something, but it was actually really good piece of driving there. You knew he was there. Look at this though, the baby going towards the inside. He gets a good move there actually, really good stuff there. Samuel trying to go for the cutback, it's great for F2 racing. The leader's pulling away massively. This battle for P3 may end up being the main battle for the rest of the race. No safety cars so far. Don't know when these guys are going to pit, possibly lap 6, lap 5 maybe. Should see these guys on the pit, especially these are the tyres that they qualified on. They're going to be feeling the wear right now. Quite a large group here actually, which again you hope will lead to some good racing. But even Timbed not even able to catch up to Andy Forrest. Andy Forrest putting a really great drive in so far, and probably between the races actually I might check his start out, because it was actually clearly very good. He managed to get past both of the Sharice drivers again. I don't know how good Timbed's start was as Phineas leaves the session. He may have lagged out. He's going very slowly, that's because it's his AI. As actual being overtaken now by Guy Shap on the inside. Good pass there. And the baby going into the pits. On lap for him would be lap 4. Interesting, going for another cut maybe, trying not to pit on the same lap as Timbed possibly as well. Let's look at this great battle here. It's almost a 4-car battle here. Oh, Ivan looking for the inside, trying not to hit his teammate as well. That may be a warning for Guy Shap there. Look, he was taking a little bit too much off the off track, but I'm going to go on board with Adrian here as he's on the inside actually. Ivan, if you want to let Ivan go, give him plenty of space. Keep racing here. Giving each other plenty of room, trying not to get involved in any incidents. Oh, but very close there. On the brakes, you saw how close it got there. You could practically hear his front wing screaming as he hit the brakes. You see the flashes of flame coming from the back of that UNI car. And goes getting through to a time penalty. Multiple warnings, unfortunately. Of course, he still has to actually pit. He only did that drive-through, which is why he's only having to be 13 at the moment, so he will no doubt Actually, no, he probably won't be lost because Shrey and Callum are very far back. But look at these guys there. Actual and Gyshap with a great battle. And sorry if we stay on board with this camera for a while, but we've got a pretty good view of what's going on. There's actual making contact with Gyshap, and hopefully Adrian doesn't get any damage here. He's kind of being boxed in. He's going to give Ivan the room. And it's just on the back of Actual, but we're going to quickly flick towards the front. Timbed just behind Andy Forrest. He's got the DRS. He's also got a pit warning light. He's not making the move. You see he moved down to try and... Oh no, and Timbed loses grip. He's had a massive bit of wheel spin, and that's going to hurt him. And Andy Forrest will be thanking his lucky stars. Look, it's 3 wide. Oh, there was contact. There was contact. Has everyone made it through? Looks like they have. I don't know about damage though. That's the issue. Oh wow. Gyshap might go for a bit of a cutback here. Actual gives the room. Look at this side by side. It's like watching NASCAR but with more right turns. Actual swinging back across. And Dog wants a piece of this action as well. As Rossi gets past Phineas. So we're going to quickly switch back up to these guys. We're going to get back here because he's got a good view of this battle. Side by side between Gyshap and Bunny. This is great stuff. Sorry, I'll take a drink there. Good watch Gyshap though, almost went 3 wide, but luckily they all managed to get themselves back into an orderly fashion. Adrian, good defending so far from him, looking pretty good. You look up towards the front of these two here, oh my god. Actually, we're going for the switch back there, going to try and get Gyshap, racing him good, racing him hard, but they're all 3 drivers going to the pits. So Gyshap, the only one out of that group that didn't go in. And Timbed pitting as well for those mediums. So is Andy Forrest. Will he get caught up in the pits? No. It's a good start for Andy Forrest, and he will come out. Still in the lead. Shrey crashes out. And that might be a safety car. Or is it going to be a VSC? Or they clear the car before they can put out anything official. This is probably the perfect time for some drivers. It doesn't look like there will be. By now they would have put out something. But they've only put out the yellow flags and the car has been taken off the track. No safe cars. Yay. No, I'm joking, the race has been brilliant so far actually. Dolgovo. One of the few that actually started on the alternate strategy. See how long you can take these mediums. If you're going off with one of these guys pitted, so the soft runners pitted, you probably say that I don't know, they'd be trying to run these mediums till maybe lap 8, 9 possibly. So I'm sure they're going to be wanting to spend as much time on those supers. So as little time on those supers just to maximise the amount of grip that you're going to get out of them. This might be a good test actually for the next race, for the sprint race that is, because I think the sprint race is about 11 to 10 laps long as well. So, and of course you'll be definitely using just the mediums flat. If you do go for a super to medium strategy for that race, then you're asking for a bad result. Gyshap going into the pits, Dolga staying out another lap because of course he is on those mediums already. So is Powell. Those are the only 2 drivers who actually started on those mediums. And it'll be really interesting to see what type of gap they can actually pull off. There's quite a considerate gap actually. Once Powell passes Gyshap, we'll have to see what the actual gap is. In fact, I'll quickly switch it back over to leader so we can see what the gaps are. There's 11 seconds, 13 seconds to Dolga. Okay. As Samuel making the move. Oh no, he's going to finish rejoining the loop. Good seeing him back. Retake control of his car. Tinbed now, trying to close in on Andy Forrest. See who's going to be better on these medium tyres. And also see who's going to get any penalties. If we look at Guy going backwards here, side by side with his teammate, and it's a penalty for Ivan. That's a shame. It looked like he was actually trying to give room, but unfortunately, it's a usual thing with this game. You try and give room, you basically get penalised for trying to race other drivers, which, you know, is definitely a shame. If he doesn't get any penalties, so if he doesn't get any more warnings, he could actually put that in and say, "Hey, I was racing. Don't give me a penalty." But of course, if he gets another warning, then, you know, it sort of cancels out the other one. Dolga, though, staying out another lap, starting lap 8 on these. Sorry, starting lap 9, but lap 8 for these tyres. Parrell going into the pits now, and Eddie Forrester will overtake him while he's in the pits. But Tinbed, though, going to try and overtake him on track. And of course, this is the battle for the provisional lead. Whoever comes out on top between these two will be in the lead once Dolga pits. They're side by side down towards turn 2. Andy Forrest on the outside, but it's an easy pass though from Tinbed. There might have been a bit of contact. And it's definitely going to be a battle, as well as between these two. It's going to be also a battle to not get onto, not get any penalties. It'll be interesting to see actually what Dolga does with the fresh set of supers, because of course everyone on the mediums right now. Definitely will have quite a big advantage. In fact, Parallel Tempov will have quite a big advantage as we watch these two. Oh, the racing between these lot are brilliant. I'll tell you what. Oh, there is a bit of contact though, I think. Not enough to be damaged, but enough to be recognised. If there wasn't, it certainly looked like it. Oh, look at this. Brilliant stuff. It's like watching Moto 3. Oh no, this isn't looking good. Oh no, and Ivan gets spun. There was no way that was going to come off cleanly. That's Andy Forrest now, trying to catch back up to Tinbed, because Tinbed currently actually in the lead. Will Dolga pit this lap? It looks like he is, and he is. So Tinbed will be your leader once he passes Dolga, who's in the pits. But let's see what Dolga can do actually, because he will come out, I think, in the same place as where this main battle is happening with Guy and Actual. So, but the gap is actually split up a little bit now, so we'll see what happens. Behind though, Andy Forrest, will he try and make a move too far back? He can't exactly send it like he probably wants to. Yellow flags, sector 3, who's that? It's Ghost, getting back going again. I'm not sure if he's got damage, doesn't look like it. No, he doesn't, so he must have just spun or something. So there is Dolga, gets put into P8, which is actually reverse grid pulse, not bad, but he will want those points. He's going to look to overtake Guy and Guy Sharp, I'm sure, you know, be disappointed, but at least he will be in that reverse grid pole position, which is, you know, one of the best places to be. If not on the, you know, when you're not on the podium, of course you want the points, but you're securing yourself a really good starting position for the next race. Switch on board to Dolga right now. Actually, quickly switch towards the leaders because Andy Forrest, purple sector 2, which means he's going really quickly. That may have helped, you've definitely been helped by the DRS, but this is all looking very positive, and if I were Tinbed right now, I'd definitely be feeling a bit pressured by Andy Forrest. But this is not the first time that Tinbed's been in a winning position. Actually getting a penalty. And Tinbed getting fastest lap of the race. So even though that purple sector 2 for Andy Forrest, Tinbed quicker even without DRS, which I think says a lot. But I feel like these two will probably be behind each other for probably the rest of this lap, unless there's a really big send or something by Andy Forrest, or if there's a really sort of big mistake by Torpedo. Great helicopter shot here, actually. Getting to see both cars in one shot. It's been pretty good racing as of yet. It's too late for a safety car now, so I think it's plenty of time for it to be a VSC, but I feel like that time has passed. But your current reverse grid pole holder is Goisha. He was overtaken by Dolga. But Goisha does get a penalty though, so that could change. Andy Forrest still on the back. I might just go to the onboard cam for the rest of this actually, because it'd be interesting to see. Because of course this will, I'm assuming this is the camera that Andy Forrest uses, unless he uses cockpit camera, if he uses TV pod central, or just the normal TV pod, I should say. Oh, Torpedo making a mistake. And Andy Forrest, oh no, he thought about it. He thought he could hear him. He let off the throttle. He thought about it, but he thought, you know what, too wide into that corner is probably not the most sensible thing. And he's probably just going to set himself up nicely here. Torpedo moving over. Getting out the slipstream, but I don't think Andy Forrest is too worried about slipstream. He's going for a cutback. With Tim hugging that inside line, really making sure he doesn't get that inside line. They'll go the fastest lap. He is on those tyres though. Tim Bed sealing the position, but he will not be leaving it for that long. Look at this, he's already on the back of him. Oh, he still had off, he almost went to the back of him. And the MP putting up a really good fight so far, good car placement as well, really good defending. It's not like Monaco where you can't really overtake. This is Russia where you can overtake, especially in these cars, unlike this game as well. It's not in real life. You know, worry about wheel contact, you end up going flying or something, and all the damage. The only thing you got to worry about in this game is your tyres and your wing. Right now these guys are going to be worrying more about which place they're going to finish out of first or second. It's been a great battle so far, and I do not think this is over, especially with DRS, which Timber has just deployed. Just come through this tight little go-kart section. You still see Timbed, he's still keeping with him. He's still keeping with him. It's not over. It can still be done. And I can assure you Timbed will not let this slip. He will want that win. As will Andy Forrest. And we should have a really entertaining battle to the end. As we hear a car going slow, that Callum. No, it's not. Is that car going backwards? I think it was. I think it's, yeah, Powell crashing out. Well, I think that may be intentional because you look at the way where he crashed, unless he just retired from the session. What the hell? I don't know. Oh, Phineas pitting. If that was damage. But going back on board with Timbed, I said that this isn't over, but it's only 5 tenths at the moment, even with the RS though, he's not making up too much ground. Coming down towards the long DRS straights and trying to set the car up nicely. You can see it's about 5 tenths. It was increasing, but now it's not the decreases, he's got the DRS open. Andy Forrest, will he go inside, will he go outside? No, he's going to stay back. It's really good control so far from Timbed. Keeping himself in check, not going for any stupid dives, not trying to go for any stupid moves. Keeping himself, as I said, keeping himself in check. Might go a little bit further back actually, because Scotia's really on the back of Dover right now. But we will start the final lap. sake. Round the outside, is there contact? There is contact, and Forrest in the wall. Oh no, he's been done dirty there. That's really unfortunate. There was such great racing between those two as Rossi spins. There was such great racing between those two, and it came down to that final corner, and I'm sure that will be under investigation, because that looked a little bit, I think that was a racing incident, but there was contact between those two. I'm sure Andy Forrest will not be happy with that. And he also picks up a penalty as well. Well, it looked like to be quite an incredible ending. It's become a little bit anticlimactic, and Timbed will no doubt pick up the win. But you can only wonder what could have been in terms of the battle that we could have seen at the end there. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that. We'll go further back though. We will unfortunately have to quickly switch back over to Timbed. That's not just the line, but Goshap though, looking to try. I know he's in reverse for a pole right now, but he'll want those immediate points. I can't really talk about it right now, but even though the panning, come on, for God's sake. Right, anyway though, Timbed come around the final corner, and he's going to take the win for the Season 5 Round 4 Russian feature race for Torpedo League F2. Followed by Andy Forrest, the baby, Samuel, Benjo, Bunnies, Dolga, Goshap, the original P8. Yeah, and then it's followed by Ivan. And I'm sure the chat's about to light up now. About people voicing their opinions on things that happened during the race. As Rossi now coming across the line. For P11, Phineas further back. In P12, and then of course Ghost in P13 there as well, after a poor start, unfortunately, to his race. By getting a driving penalty. I don't know if he was hit, he might have been hit by someone because it looked like someone jumped. I'm not sure if that was an issue with him or if that was an issue with someone else, but Timbed taking the win though. But the win may be a little bit quieter because of course the incident that led to the win. Probably not the best way to win. Well, not the most ideal way. I'm sure both drivers would have rather had a fight to the end, but unfortunately it all came together, or all came to a head at turn 2 on the final lap of the race. And I think Andy Forrest may feel like he was robbed there. He was lucky actually not to get any. I don't think he got any damage, and he was lucky to actually still be in the race after an incident like that. But there it is. Dolgo getting the fastest lap actually, so we'll be getting that extra point. Sorry, extra 2 points, I believe that is. As we look at the weekend stats, Charoux still remain dominant at the top. But Andy Forrest, though, in 3rd place. We're going to try and take the fight to the 2 Charoux drivers. 2 Premiers, 8 points each. Being currently beaten by Benjo and Sam. So, let's see how the feature race will go. Of course, this will be no strategy, pretty much just solid racing. Let's see what can happen. Unfortunately, though, if you do get any sorts of drive-throughs or anything along those lines, it is going to hurt you massively. So, hopefully, no jumping. Hopefully, no contact at the line. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the sprint race for Russia. And hopefully we can have a repeat of that feature race, because that feature race was really good, as you can see, beautifully sunny and a dry race. which definitely will ensure some great side-by-side action. Hopefully we can have a repeat of actually the battling that was going on, because that was really entertaining to watch. The battles between what was it, Guy Shap, Actual, Bunnies, Dolga, Ivan. Unfortunately, there was like contact between Actual and Ivan, but I think that was just a racing incident. But yeah, let's see if we can have a repeat of it in this race. And of course, on Royal Grid pole, we have got Guy Shap. Actually, no, you're just doing the grid rundown format. We've got 11 laps. But P1, Guy Shap. P2, Dolga. P3, Bunnies. P4, Benjo. P5, Sam. P6, The Baby. P7, Andy Forrest. P8, Tim. P9, Actual. P10, Ivan. P11, Rossi. P12, Phineas. P13, Ghost Violet. P14, Callum. And P15, Carl Temboff. Of course, is the Shrey being disqualified. And unfortunately, Bunny's been disqualified as well, which will mean that those two both will be on absolutely shocking tyres. Tyre temps. And speaking of shocking tyres, I bet you someone's going to go for the alternate strategy. No, hey, it's a change. If there's some, I don't know, conspiracy theorist that goes onto the flat earther that goes onto the super softs first. But yeah, unfortunately though, those tyres will be extremely cold. In fact, actually, do they have the tyre temps on the screen? They do. Okay, what I might do, just to show you guys, for anyone that doesn't know about the tyres and what it actually does when you're running that cold in terms of tyre temps, what I will probably do is on the start finish, because usually we get a bit of a light glitch, like the lights will come on and go off before they've even got the revs up. Last time we didn't do it, which is good, but this time may do it. So what I'm probably going to do is, if that does happen, I'll quickly switch over to Adrian, or Bunnies I should say, and you'll be able to see on the, that's if I do it there, if you look on the top right of the steering wheel, you'll see those 4 sets of numbers, and those are each tyres. So of course, top left will be front left tyre, top right being front right, and you get the gist. So I'll quickly try and switch to Adrian, as you see him there, as the cars actually come lining up to their respective grid positions, and hopefully the sprint race will live up to the expectations that the feature race did and provide some great racing for us. As you see there, his tyre temps looking pretty nice actually. Those tyres look 50 degrees for Adrian. Rev's going up though. And it's lights out, and it's go for the Russian Grand Prix sprint race. As Dolga gets a great start into that inside line, must have absolutely monster starts compared to the outside. And already it's a Prema 1-3, but it could change if you come down to, oh, look at this, Adrian, make it 3 wide, there's contact. And Adrian Bunny's just about getting through. Benjolo up into P3, just on the outside, something about the outside, just Samuel taking it a little bit too seriously around the outside. But Dolga though starting to already break away. 7/10 between him and Guy Shap, and Guy Shap going to be looking for a possible sprint race win here. He got his first one this season, he'll be looking for another one, and I think that's Samuel, who's slow, yes it is. The 2 Campos drivers towards the back of the field. Guy's fired up, being overtaken by Rossi. As they're almost too wide. Rossi making it his line and his line only. Not giving a lot of room. Is that going backwards? No, it's not. It's just the baby. And Rossi having a bit of a battle there. Oh, it's 3 wide almost there. God's sake, boys, give each other room. Remember, boys, all the time you have to leave the space. Here we go, guy shout now. Gets a run on Dolga. He's going to stay back. It's not the best decision to really dive bomb someone there unless you're alongside one. Sorry, unless you're alongside them. Can he make the move though into the chicane? He's certainly setting it up. And Dolga going to give him the room. And he gives him plenty of room actually. Really good stuff. Really good racing there. Guy shout though. Get it done. No, he's letting him know he's there though. He's still sticking to his inside. But he then sits behind him. Look a little further back though, there's Benjo and Bunny's battling. Oh, stupid glitch. Oh no, that's not a glitch though. The baby retires in possession. What happened there? And Sam. What the hell? They crashed in the pits or something? That is really strange. So let's go backwards, that's Parallel. There's Tim Bed though, look at this battle up front! Oh no, there's a car on the ball! It's Actual and... who's that? It's Benjo. Oh no, sorry, the stupid freaking game is having an absolute hissy fit. Sorry boys, it's really hard to commentate when you got these absolutely ridiculous. Oh, come on, right there we go, should have corrected itself by now. Side by side though, look at this, Guy Sharp and Tim Bed. Guy Sharp going to try and keep his podium position, but he's got the Season 4 champion behind him, letting him know he's there, piling on that pressure. Looks towards the inside for at least this corner here. There's a come back round into the heavy braking, there's a little bit of contact, but he's managed to keep it fairly safe. And so far it's a Prima 1-2. Any of you Italian fans out there, but yeah, loving this. Look at this though. The MP's behind trying to mount an attack on the drivers in front of them. Going to try and get up and split that the two Primas. It's a really good stuff though between those for those Primas, especially for the constructors. Stoll gets the fastest lap. That may change. Someone fired up. There we go. Ghost fired up. P7 getting the fastest lap at the moment though. That's definitely going to change throughout this race. Guy Sharp moving so far to the inside there. Tim Ed though, he's got the outside, but remember this is almost what happened with Andy Forrest, but he's actually pulled off. About Andy Forrest probably saying, why couldn't you do that to me? Actually, Benjo battling towards the back there. Side by side there's damage I think. Yeah, there is. There's an end plate missing on both sides for Actual, and there's an end plate missing, I believe, on Benjo's car as well. That may just be from the aggressive battling that I'm sure those two have been having. So Finney's dropping back a little bit actually, he's about second to 8/10s back. And Ghost's going to be looking to get some points today. He's currently in P7, so he's definitely in the points. Of course, P8 is the cut-off for sprint racing, but he will want more than what he's on right now. If he catches up and passes Phineas, then he will get up to P6, which again, pretty good points haul as well. Considering where he started, considering how his first race went, I'm sure he'd take anything higher than that, as long as it's in the points. A little further back though, that's Actual. He spun on the straight, that's strange. Purposely come out in front of Callum there. It's unlike Callum to slow down. He's got massive wing damage. Get out of the way, Actual, please. It's either Actual needs to get out of the way, or Callum needs to... Is Callum an AI or something? Go round him. Oh, what was that? Benjo going into the pits. He did have that damage that we saw. Guy Chateau battling with Tim Bed, and he's got the move done. But Andy Forrest though, he's going to be looking at this and going, well, guess what, I can make the move now. Andy Forrest just behind though, watching, this is his point of view. He's going to have an absolutely brilliant view at this. He might as well get the popcorn out. Oh, Guy Chateau's a dodgy exit. And Tim has got a way better exit. You see, he manages to get alongside him. Can he get the pass done though? There's a bit of contact. Rubbing the wheels though, but Robin's racing. Andy Forrest looking for the inside, bit of a rash movement there from Goshat, but it's not enough though to cause any contact. Goshat being forced wide a little bit there, but and they're still going side by side. Oh, that's definitely not rubbing, that was a little bit more than that. As actual retires from the session, he crashes out, that could be a safety car. That's in a really precarious position. Let's see where he is, according to Shrey. His car's gone. His car's gone before we can even get there, so... We're still watching these two though, Andy Forrest and Goshat. Look at this! This is amazing stuff from these two. Oh, that's a big cut there though from Andy Forrest, and Andy Forrest has gone into the wall. And his teammate will pass him. Oh, well that was a bit dodgy from Andy Forrest there, the way he cut back. I know that was, you know, he's going to want to get back into the race as quickly as possible, but that was quite a harsh cutting across in front of Ghost fired up there, and can't leave Parrell actually into the points. So good stuff for Parrell, but he has got Ivan breathing down his neck. As Samuel leaving the session after he ended up retiring, it looked like he was involved in the crash with the baby, possibly. Sorry, yeah, he was. I'd like to see what actually happened there, because it looked like they were in the pits. I don't know if there was a crash coming into the pits or something. But Ben's actually going to try and go for fastest lap here, because he's got some pretty quick tyres, and he's really close behind Shrey. Hopefully Shrey will get out of the way. Andy Forrest, though, looking for a pass from his teammate. Round the outside he goes. Sorry, I got mixed up there. I thought Phineas was on the outside, but it's weird to say he was on the outside when one corner feeds into another like that. But goes fired up though, in a good position. He's again watching the battle that these two are having, and he could actually profit from it. As Phineas gets a penalty. He's one of three drivers, sorry, to get a penalty. See, look, he's still got to the side. You've got to watch out once you're inside. He's clear. And Benjo retired from the session. I think Shrey might have caused the crash there. Shrey's also out, and that's a bit suspect, I won't lie. I think Shrey may have caused the crash there, not to falsely accuse Shrey of anything, but we did see that Benjo was trying his hardest to get past Shrey, and we saw how much Shrey was almost holding him back. But VSC ends though, once the cars are cleared. I think actually for Bunnies, he's probably quite happy actually that wasn't a safety car, because of course that will bunch the field back up. And even Phineas and Temple, who've got penalties, I'm sure that they would rather have a VSC than a safety car again, because it helps them massively in terms of penalties. Straight up the session. Again, hopefully you'll see a replay of what happened. But Ghost though, going to get past Andy Forrest, or can he? The two still going side by side. See, lifting up a little bit there, but that's probably because he's going to try and what's the word? Prioritise exit. But going now down towards his right hander. He's looking. I don't know if he can actually get up to him himself. And there's a safety car. What's it for? Huh? No, what? What's this? I don't know, Chief. That didn't seem like a safety car because there was nothing on track. And this is for the debris down at the start finish line, but alright. I'm genuinely surprised though. I don't know what that was for. There was no yellows, there was no nothing. It just came out straight away and said, surely that wasn't a delay to the crash that happened earlier. Surely not. Now, I know this is going to be possibly a stupid statement to make, but I wonder if anyone will pit. Because right now, honestly, I don't think it'd be worth it to pit. You're all on the same tyres. If you go onto the supers, you're probably going to make only 5 positions maximum. That's about it. Like even then, if there's quite a large buffer, even with oh, what's his bit? Well, I mean, if you're quick enough, then go ahead. But wait, is that another set? Is there another set of medium? Oh, he's got wing damage. Okay. Okay, yeah, I apologise. That makes sense. If you got wing damage, then that's a great day. But as we stop closing stages, hopefully we should be getting green by lap 9, maybe. Because by the time that Callum and Rossi catch up, we should be lap 8, and then they'll be going around for another lap. So should be going green on lap 9, maybe. I hope. Because I'm sure we'd rather see green laps than yellow laps. But yeah, honestly, I'm really confused. If anyone can explain what the safety car was about, because there was a little bit of debris. We switched to Callum, and you could see there was a bit of debris down the main straight. But that's like VSC debris, not like full-on safety car debris. I understand if it went from VSC to safety car, but it didn't. It went VSC, then it went green, and then out of nowhere it just went safety car. Like there was no warning, there was no yellow flags, and then it went to safety car. There was no crashing as well, because again, even if someone crashed, you'd get yellows because there'd be a stopped car on track. You know, like, ugh, I don't know, man. This is weird. We've only got 2 more races after tonight on this game for Torpedo League. Hopefully we'll have a good send-off. I think it's Spa, I believe, is the next one after this. Sorry, I believe Spa is the final race, which, yeah, should be interesting. I think Hanoi is getting a feature simply because I think there's a Torpedo League rule that a certain track is only allowed to have a few seasons before it's not like it's allowed. Sorry. So for example, Spain. The last time it was on the F1 calendar, I believe. Don't quote me on this. I think it was season 2, and I have heard rumours that we are supposed to be racing in Spain this season because we had 2 or 3 seasons without it, and that's like the buffer. So I even think Australia. I think Australia we went for season 3. So that's out this that was out season 4. It's out season 5. I want to say. So for season 6, it could be back. Like there's a couple of tracks we haven't actually gone to, like in a while. I want to say. Like even USA. I don't think we've done USA in ages. Canada, we haven't done I think in a while as well. So. Yeah, but of course, F1 2021 will have new tracks on the game. Fingers crossed. There is rumours that, well no, it's supposed to be confirmed, but I'm not sure how I feel about it, that we are supposed to be getting tracks like Imola, Portimao, and one other, which my brain's gone numb now, I can't remember. I think it's Mugello or it's Istanbul we're supposed to be getting as well. Because of course 2020 was such a jumbled up season where you had so many of these great tracks that we're probably not going to get to see again in a while. But even this season though, we had Imola, we had Portimao, you know, that would be great. Even if they changed Bahrain Short on this, because Bahrain Short on this game is completely different. The only similarities that it actually has to the Sakir GP, which was the like under a minute lap, oh it's a safety car rinse lap, was literally just the start finish line, the turn 1, turn 2, straight, turn 4, that was it, and then of course, you know, last corner for them is the last corner for us as well. So I'll stop rambling, I'll stop hoping of what might be, and we'll focus on Adrian as he is the leader of the pack, and we'll see when he decides to go green himself. He's controlling the safety car, he'll be wanting another win to close in to Tim Med and the championship. Apology Tim Med though for the Pramers is in P3, but let's focus on this race right now. It's Adrian. Floors it coming out of the final corner. He's going to control the restart, but by the straight though, those two behind will have closed in massively because of not because of the DRS, because that will not be enabled, I don't think, for the rest of the race. There was actually a bit of debris on track. You saw there go flying up in the background there, but Dolga right now is the buffer between the two. But oh no, Timmed looking for the inside, and Timmed's actually got the move done. Dolga was on the outside. Dolga was on the outside and he got absolutely hung up to dry. That's I'm surprised Dolga didn't fight harder there and try and protect that inside line. Or even just hold it middle of the road, just so that, you know, whichever way Tim couldn't really go. If he went outside, he'd lose time. Went inside, he'd be risking a crash. Car placement could have been better. Already though, Timmed's starting to fall back a little bit to Adrian, but as I say that though, the gap keeps fluctuating. Look a bit further back though. Andy Forrest going to try and close in on Gaishap. Gaishap actually on for possibly a podium here. He's only 3/10 back. Sorry, less than 3/10 back from Dolga, so we could actually make it a UNI podium. And Gaishap has had a really great season so far. Quite an underrated driver, I think. So far this season, he's done a really good job. He's had a sprint race win. He's had a couple of podiums, I think, as well. So could this be his breakthrough season? Not a championship contender, but definitely someone that, you know, every now and again you can definitely look towards a possible, you know, podium or a possible win. So do not count him out. He's had a great season so far, and hopefully it carries on that way. As I was about to say, Buddy's getting the fastest lap, but of course that's about to change. Maybe not. Timmed getting the fastest lap. And it should stay that way as everyone crosses the line, except Callum. But Callum's really far back and 7 seconds back. Yeah, that's not the best, is it? Gaishap though under pressure. No, he's not actually. Sorry, he was putting the pressure on Gaishap. Sorry, he was putting the pressure on Dolga. And he's actually falling back. Dolga's falling back. Talk about pressure though. Andy Forrest piling on to Gaishap. And he's going to try and make the move. There's no contact from what I can see, but Gaishap trying to force Forrest out of the way. But Andy Forrest is going to make it. He's going to make the inside work. There's a good overtake there. Gaishap unfortunately slipping back. Ghostfired up though, we're actually trying to get a top 5 here. And with Dolga dropping back, the battle for the lead is strictly between these two. I think, tell a lie, earlier I said there wouldn't be any DRS. There will be. The final lap of the race will have DRS. So boys, what's your money? Who's your money on then? Who's your money on that? Season 4 champion. Timmed. Or Constructors, I think 2 times Constructors champion now actually. Bunnies. Starting the final lap of the race. Fastest lap goes to Timmed. DRS now being enabled. We'll go on board with Timmed for this final lap. There's an overtake in the back. I'll quickly switch towards these two. There was an overtake on Ivan. Ivan going to try and turn up the inside of Phineas. There's contact. Oh, it's really close between the two. Oh, okay. Luckily there's no spinning, no crashing, no nothing. But Parallel, look at this Parallel around the outside. Gonna try and get to the point. Oh, what a move from Patton. No, okay, no, I'm wrong. That was a bit stupid. Yeah, it's caused Ivan. Oh. Well, what I thought was a good move turned out to be a stupid move. So, Peril needs to learn from that one because that was really stupid. But, Timmed though. Can he get close enough? I don't think there's many overtaking opportunities other than turn 13. Unless he tries to invent one somewhere. Or is he getting a penalty? But unless he tries to invent an overtaking opportunity somewhere, this might be it. And Dolga might actually hang on to a podium here, unless Andy Forrest is able to do something. Oh, I want to watch the leaders. Oh, there's contact. And we saw what Timmed was like. Oh, Timmed's going to try and go for it. Oh, no, to the wall. And that's it. That's surely it. Bonnie's taking it easy now. Bonnie's going slow, isn't he? He hasn't got damage, he's going slowly. Not going to give him the position, is he? No, he doesn't. Nowhere near. As Bunny, sorry, that was a really delayed reaction. Bunny's, though, taking the win for the sprint race. Great stuff there. And could that possibly be a bit of karma for what happened earlier? Even though it could have been a racing incident between Andy Forrest and Tim, it was still very close. And it goes right up there, taking driver of the day, according to the game at least. But interesting there. I think that was just some normal contact between the two. It looked like, I think he could have lost traction, so Adrian that is. But Suprema 1-3, which will really help them in the championship for both the constructors and the drivers. We look at the weekend though, and look at that. Oh no. Bunny's going P3, Andy Forrest P2, and Tim Bed yet again top of the points, and he will stretch his gap in the championship. No matter how much Bunny tries, he just can't get close enough. But we are still early on in the season, it could change. And I will invite these guys to a party so that we can chat about the race, because there was definitely some goings on. I'll definitely ask about well, funny enough, all those 3 drivers were involved in an incident that was caught on track, so I'll be sure to ask them about that. So I'm a bit difficult to see. I'm trying to add Andy Forrest, but I do not have his PSN.
Hey Tim, sorry about that incident right at the end. I don't know if it was my fault, probably was.
Just quickly,
Yeah,
do any of you
let's-
have Andy's PSN? Because I don't have it.
Yeah,
Which ones?
Andy Forrest.
Andy Forrest.
Oh yeah, I would have. I have everybody's PSN.
Okay, cheers.
Invites.
I'll invite him, don't worry.
I think questions will be easy because all you guys were involved in some sort of incident. So,
Well, wait, was in which race?
well, first of all,
Is there any chance he's
Well,
gonna
both
get
of-
penalized?
both of them, I think,
might.
both of them were racing incidents because there was Andy Forrest and Tim in the feature, but that was just because you were trying to go side by side through a corner where you can't exactly do that. And then, yeah, the incident between you two, it looked like Adrian lost traction and ended up tapping the back of, tapping the front, I should say, of Tim, which I think put him into the wall, but it got no damage.
Yeah.
What was the
It
damage
gave
on?
me damage.
Because like
I did
even
try to let
gave
you
me
get
damage.
it back out.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it did look like you were slowed down quite a bit, so I was a bit like, are you going to get the position away? Or
Should have just
Well,
punted you into the
but I
wall
was gonna
last
let
time.
him back out.
it's just like, and now we enter
Just
the
don't break
breakfast.
second last one. You let me catch back up, you pay the consequences.
Yes, you will pay the consequences. I will get you a 10-second penalty, and you will drop down more positions than you would have.
But to be fair, you'll probably give yourself
I
like a
did
little
lose
penalty
traction
for
a little, but
the first incident between you and Andy, I guess. But
I'm not making the penalties, so it was just
yeah, that's up to
joke.
right. Well, while we're waiting for Andy, I might as well ask about it. That final, I'm actually it's more towards both of you actually. That sprint race, you two having sort of the battle that you did. I'll start off with Tim. Anything more you think you could have done? You know, do you think, if there was a few more laps, you know, I could have possibly
Yes, if the safety car wouldn't have come out, I would probably have
Actually,
won that.
there is a bit of confusion about that. I'm not gonna lie, because there was the crash between Shrey and I think it was Callum. There was a VSC for it. Then, correct me if I'm wrong here. It went
was
green.
with Benjo. It was with my brother.
Yeah, no, but it went green, and then out of nowhere, it just slapped a safety car in.
Yeah,
and it was like,
they went from VSC to none to safety car.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that was just the game throwing a hissy fit. So if that hadn't have happened,
I think I would have won more comfortably.
oh yeah, because of course the pack would have been so bunched up.
Yeah, I was pulling away from Dalgar, and Dalgar was holding up Tim.
Well, I was so rapidly catching him. I was
He did
really
get past
about
him
to
quite
overtake him on
easily.
that. Yeah, I was about to overtake him on the straight, like just when the safety car came out. I guess we'll never know because it didn't happen like that.
Yeah, that's racing, unfortunately, but second question though, more towards the championship actually, because you two are, well, as of last time I checked, still 1 and 2 in the championship, but it's like no matter how well. No offense, it's almost like no matter how well Adrian does by picking up these sprint race wins and picking up good points, Tim, you're always like topping points. Like, would you say at the moment you're fairly comfortable with where you are, Tim, or do you still think there's always that little chance that one bad weekend could lead to the guys behind you catching up?
Or Mexico, but at least it's not on this year's calendar pass, so I'm at least safe in this part.
That's the thing about this championship, is it's going to be really unpredictable with the game change. You know, I could go back to my F1 2019 form. Watch your Tim go back to it with me. Watch us just be the slowest drivers on the grid.
No, just imagine you going backwards and me going even faster, like boring the championship even more.
Just suddenly your Jarno Opmer and I turned back into 2019 version.
You turned back into Adrian season 2.
3 points.
Yes, boys, get in there.
4 if I didn't lag out of the Azerbaijan sprint race in season 2.
Yes.
And then, next question, sort of the same sort of basis of it. Of course, Bunnies, it's, again, as I said, it sort of seems like no matter how well you do, it just seems that Tim keeps doing better. Like, do you think you have a chance of still fighting for the championship, or are you more focused on the constructors at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going for both. A driver's championship is my main concern because I know Dalgar is extremely quick, and I know I'm confident that we can replicate season 3 essentially. The difference is I'd like to be the driver's championship winner, unlike in season 3.
Yeah.
So I think if I keep performing like I am, I've got P2 more or less secured. But of course that involves me continuing to perform well. So I'll need to practice and stuff. But I think it could go well for me. But I don't know. Tim, like you said, just seems to do amazingly every round somehow. So he'll be tough to beat, but I'm able to beat him. I know I can beat him. It'll be really difficult though. So.
Yeah. Just quickly, I just want to ask one quick question to Adrian before I ask your question to both of you again. What was it like starting with sub-zero temperature tires for the
That
for
was
the start?
so annoying because I was just driving on the right side of the track and this guy starting 16th hits me.
But in England we drive on the left side.
He was a damn
In
foreigner.
Russia, road is forever.
Fucking Canadian driving on the right side.
He's foreigners.
We had to get taken out for that.
But yeah, that was really frustrating, and it cost me positions on the start. I looked at my tire temperatures; they were down at 50 degrees. It was horrible.
Yeah, I on stream I did go onto them. It was 56 degrees, and it kept going down.
Yeah, that was just painful. But yeah, that was really annoying, and it cost me positions at the start. And then of course, Guy Shapp turned into me at turn 2, which I mean, it's a corner, you gotta turn, but I just like he did it a couple times throughout the feature race and the sprint race. So I don't know. I feel like he could maybe have less of a sharp angle of turning when I'm next to him.
Oh yeah, I felt that as well. Like when I passed him to catch up to you guys, he was still like really going for it everywhere in sharpest angles. I was really afraid of him, and then it got away from him, and then that safety car came out. But luckily I got a good restart.
My hope was that he'd then dive bomb you and hold you up so Dalgar.
No, I was too good. I had such a great restart.
I had a good restart too, but
Scott, did you see my switchback on Dalgar? Beautiful.
What was that on the long left?
Before.
Yeah, I think I got it because I saw him go wide. He went wide, and he went the inside of him through the long left, I think it was, and then he just was nowhere. Like because I think it was on the outside line. He just lost so much time. Yeah, I did catch it.
I hope you were watching that 4-way battle between me.
Oh, we were.
Actual Guy Shapp and Yvonne. That was just insane.
It was really good, honestly. Because it was difficult though, because there was also a decent battle. I think at the front. I think it was like Andy and it was Andy and Tim. And I was like switching between the two. It's like what? I need like a second commentator to just like keep me up to date.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I knew I was faster than all 3 of them, but I just and I could get by, but they'd always get right back through.
Yeah, because the DRS would just keep you like, away from pulling away.
That was my problem with Guy Shapp as well.
Well, Guy Shapp was in this battle, so maybe it's just... No, I'm kidding. He's a good racer, but it's just scary sometimes being in a 4-way battle. Of course, with Dalgar catching up. It was going to be 5-way if we didn't pit when we did.
And so, final question. Next week, we are racing in Belgium, picked by F1 Hub himself, or as he's known as Harry.
Harry Maguire!
I'll start off with Tim. How are you feeling coming into Belgium? Are you confident?
I really appreciate that. Yeah, I picked Russia. I think I showed why I did. In a good manner, 42 points. I had 2 qualifying laps that could have been pole, which I both bottled. So I'm quite happy with Russia, and even if I do badly, I think I have a good cushion for Belgium. But I do like Belgium, so I'll try my best again to do better than Bunny's, whatever he's doing.
I'm not too bad
what
at Belgium.
good he is.
So might be my chance to catch up a little, but... Speaking of which, were the standings after Azerbaijan released?
No. I had to go back
Your
and
teammate is
look
too
in the
slow,
chat.
on and off track.
Oh yeah, Oh right, Dalgar does the editing.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I can't complain.
burned.
I haven't posted some stuff from Super Formula because I'm at the point in schoolwork where I have to pull all-nighters if I'm not careful.
I'm at the point in schoolwork where I don't have any exams to the end of the year. Suck that.
Well, in all fairness, I've only got 2 school days left now. I can't be assigned any more work. It's just getting some science projects done.
Nice.
Didn't you win a sprint race last season, Adrian, or like for Belgium?
And then it got cancelled.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. So pretty much what happened was Max took Dylan out. So on penalties, presumably I would have won, but then it was cancelled instead.
Yeah, I remember that because I had a really bad feature, and then I ended up doing well in the sprint, and then it got cancelled. I was like,
my 100th Torpedo League race. I would have won it.
That was Spa 89 all over again.
Yeah, well, didn't someone... I remember that barrier that someone hit and just flung themselves across the track.
That was
I used to
me.
hit that intentionally as a little kid. It was so much
Yeah,
fun.
you
Soft
told
my
you
brother
said that
so much.
you told that story after in the commentator thingy.
Yeah, but the thing is, how
I got hit in there by accident.
Oh yeah, hit into it. Yeah, I mean, on your own, you never
right
hit
into
that.
that. Oh god.
But yeah, you either hit it intentionally or get hit into it. No one hits that accidentally, so...
I got hit into it. I wouldn't bottle a P3 from what do I know, to P3 in a sprint race, just to smack into a wall and cause literally Spa 98.
Yeah.
I've got better things to do.
Right then, I'm going to wrap it up now. It's been great talking to you. Unfortunately, Tim. Sorry, not Tim. What's his? Why did I say Tim? Unfortunately, Andy wasn't able to join. Yeah, unfortunately, Tim is here.
God damn. We appreciate that. Those Germans join. We are taking over this commentator.
I think a lot of the drivers actually prefer you being commentating rather than racing, but.
I know. You let me be in the lead of the championship, so I take it. Even before the first race and after the first race, he said, like, why am I still racing in F2? Why am I not in F1? I am just gonna dominate this season again. And yeah, you get through the playoff race. I would have, but I lagged out. Well, I would have, but I got. But you were slow.
Right
I
then.
wasn't slow. I just had a rainy race. Yeah.
Right then, I am going to wrap up the stream now. Thank you for anyone that tuned in, and thank you to you two, out of a few other drivers, for providing some really good racing, and yet again proving that Herman Tilke can actually build a decent track for racing, but on a game, not real life.
On the game, yeah. Even in the F1 settings, I got hated for choosing Russia, and now here we are having beautiful racing on Friday. It's not great for real life racing, but it's so much fun to drive. Yeah, it's so much fun in the game. That's why I chose it.
And then watch Belgium be a really bad race then.
Yeah. You should end the stream now. Actually,
yes, I will. Right.
End the stream.
I will end the stream just so you can go, I don't know, blast off about something.
Photos to me during the race, and it was so distracting.
Well then, thank you everybody for watching. See you guys next week, where we'll be racing in Belgium.